I actually pause on my backswing.
That was a beautiful draw shot, actually, on new cloth as well. It's just so easy, isn't it? And it just shows you that I think one of the biggest faults of a lot of players is the fact that they actually hit too hard most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, there's again an ex-snooker player in Pattaya called Scott. And I actually learned in my early days of playing pool, I learned a lot playing him once in a competition. And I thought, wow, he just doesn't hit the ball hard. You don't need to hit the ball hard. And because it's when you hit the ball harder that you tend to miss because you lift your head up and your arm goes offline.
I never used to understand the term, let the cue do the work.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and you actually are, aren't you? You're just allowing your cue. We've got a strange tray in here, haven't we? Let's just... So on a long straight shot, John, this is where it shows up all your faults really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is a shot that I start with when I set about my practice. I always start with a long, straight in shot.
Yeah.
Because that kind of tells me where I am with cueing. So,
Cooney, by the way, I forgot that.
Scott Cooney, yeah. So
Very
my
good
left
man.
leg is on the line, my right foot slightly in front, in the same direction as the shot. I feel I'm down nicely and straight on this. Back, pause, straight through.
But you had lots of body movement. Your body was actually, and you again when you get home.
See, that's the thing.
That's why people need
that,
coaches.
That I do, yeah. And it's something you wouldn't notice it unless it was on video.
Yeah, correct.
Right, but but then again, I'm going to stick a spanner in the works of that comment. Mark Selby, very, very famously, lifts his head up and down when he's playing. So Ronnie O'Sullivan, he actually moves into the shot when he's playing. But then again, that's natural ability, right?
Correct. And hours of practice. I mean, Mark Selby, I have a connection with Mark because his wife Vicky was one of my daughter's friends, and when he was courting Vicky, he used to come down to Ipswich to practice in my snooker club. So
for those who don't know, Vicky, Mark Selby's wife, is actually also a world female 8-ball champion herself.
Yeah. So, he used to come, and when he was dating her, he used to come and practice in my club, and I spent many hours picking the balls out for him. He didn't have that movement then. It's something
It's not something you taught him, is it?
No, it's not. It's definitely not. But it doesn't. But you say that the worst one probably ever for moving on the shot was Alex Higgins.
Yeah.
I mean,
but a lot of him, I always thought, was after the ball had gone. It was a bit of show, wasn't it, from him?
Well, what they did was, when he was actually playing in the early days, they didn't have the ability to slow it right down on the television screens. When they did have the ability to slow the shot down, it was actually, I'll try and do this in slow motion, it was actually, when he was playing the shot, he was down, and then he would come right up and bring his skill.
That's like the famous blue he made in the amazing 59 break when he deprived Jimmy White of the World Championship. 82 that was.
1982.
Yeah, that's when he went on to win his second world title 10 years apart.
Yeah. And I was probably watching it because in 1982 I was infatuated with snooker, and that's what you have to be. But you also have to have the dedication. I mean, I've played Ronnie O'Sullivan. I've met him on several occasions. Yes, he's definitely the greatest player of all time. But for me, the one that most gained my respect was Steve Davis, because he was the ultimate professional.
I think he changed snooker, didn't he? He was kind of... Alex Higgins was the man. Jimmy White was kind of that kind of ilk as well.
Yeah.
But Steve Davis came along and, for want of a better phrase, played the game properly in a professional manner every single time, right?
But the reason I was told this, I'm not sure if it's 100% correct, but the reason they call him interesting is at Barry Hearn's club in I think it's Romford.
Romford, Ilford, one of the two.
Yeah, one of those two clubs. He used to take the white ball out for 2 or 3 hours and just knock it up. Okay, there's something else without this tool where you can tell if you're hitting the white ball in the middle. Chalk, please. And he used to, and I can't do it for 10 minutes. I've got a bad back now, so I don't really practice anymore. But he used
What do you want us to do? Start a GoFundMe page for you?
Yes, please. GoFundMe or get me a double barrel shotgun. He used to do this, and he would.
You probably missed John.
Yeah, I probably would.
No, I meant with the double barrel shotgun.
Oh, yeah, I probably would. Yeah.
Why do you want a double barrel anyway?
Yeah, just
You
okay.
only
A
need
single
one.
barrel. Yeah,
Okay,
anything.
right. Back to the
so
ball.
he used to line up on a snooker table. It has spots: the blue, the brown, the black, the pink. So he would line it up, and basically we'd roll it up and down the spots. So he would practice this shot. Sorry, my microphone's getting in the way. It's an excuse, by the way.
Apologies for the sound quality.
Okay, basically he would hit the cue ball up and down the table, and again, if he played a good shot, yeah, perfect. If he played a good shot, he would come back and hit the tip. And he would practice that for 2 or 3 hours.
I remember being in Vegas, right, and John Mora was practicing, and he was practicing with a ball along that line.
Yeah.
Just practicing like that, until a cue ball kept coming back, and he kept hitting it onto his cue ball, onto his tip. And I was cleaning the balls at the time, and I said, "Sorry, John, I'm going to have to take the balls away from you." And you know, that man wanted to practice so much that even without the balls on the table, right, he'd use this.
Oh, yeah.
He'd use the
thing is, when you're
the
down on
line
this-
on there, and he would just do that for. But obviously, he changed from right to left-handed, right, which is amazing, right?
Admiration.
I mean, unbelievable. But he was so dedicated that he would do this for hours and hours and hours. Do you remember his dad, right, Mario Mora?
Yeah.
Of course, he was a great snooker player.
Yeah.
So look, let's sum this up. Go through the steps once again, John. If they want to become a better cueist, because that's what it all comes down to at the end
Correct,
of the day,
yeah.
right? We haven't even touched on the mind. We're going to do that in another video with a great guy from the US, actually, from Q Sports Hub, who's doing a lot of work with a lot of great players at the moment about sports psychology and that kind of thing.
Neil's fine, and I saw a YouTube video on Facebook, and he said, "Okay, do this. You follow me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well done. You've just got the concentration span of a goldfish. Okay, now."
See, I heard that isn't true. Goldfish don't actually have a 8 or 9 second memory.
Then he lied.
That's apparently not true. But anyway, yeah, I get your point.
And he's saying, like, the humans have a concentration span of 8 seconds.
Right.
You can't really do anything in 8 seconds with regard, you know, it's like we said, pre-shot routine, get down, take your time, there is no hurry.
That's without selecting what shot you're going to play,
Exactly.
surveying the table.
Correct. So,
So what's the result of that then?
I mean, it's really frustrating. Again, I'll give you a demonstration.
Let's say
There's a white ball.
the average shot time is around about 20 seconds,
Yeah.
right?
And he's saying some people don't. Okay, I'm Hill, not in a big competition, just in a local competition. Hill, and I've got this. And I just went down, I got down and thought, I've won this easy, and I missed it. Just because I didn't concentrate.
Yeah.
No,
There's
stand
no
back.
such thing as an easy shot, right?
No, there isn't. That's exactly right. So, yes. Definitely.
So no matter, you know, even if that ball is there and that is there, you still need to pay it some respect.
Of course.
Because you can miscue,
Yep.
your mind could be somewhere else. I mean, I just this morning watched a video of Sanjin Perlevanovic. It was in the European final. He's come up, he's celebrating
Jason Shaw.
on the 9 ball. Yeah, and Jason Short. Celebrating on the 9 ball. He's come down and he's missed the 9 and left it and lost the match.
Yeah. And then, again, sometimes it's pressure. I mean, I remember talking about Jason Shaw, Alex Pagulainen in the semi-final of the World Masters. He had a 9-ball in the semi-final on Hill. It was there, and he missed it.
that was on there as well.
Oh, yeah.
It was on the great 9-ball misses, and the first one was Sanjin, the second one was Pagulainen, and the third one was the most recent one,
Jason.
which was Jason Shaw, which was that one. I mean, he would never ever miss that, never. Actually, it wasn't quite like that. It was more like that. But it was.
And I think it was a bit further up the table.
And it was first diamond I looked.
Oh, really?
I specifically looked this morning because I was sat in the crowd. I was in Manila.
I was watching it.
And I sat right behind the line of it, and we're all getting ready to celebrate. I'm sat with Elliot Sanderson, and we're about to go yes because it's to get into the final, and he's wobbled it, of course.
Yeah.
Took it too easy. He's finished there. Now, I didn't even think that, because where he cut, we thought, he might not be able to cut this in.
Yeah.
He was playing Sebastianov. I've seen Sebastianov, the Finnish guy, and he's got down and of course cut it in and won. So the point we're trying to make.
Concentrate on every shot as much as you can.
There's no such thing as an easy shot, right?
There isn't.
And what's the main thing, John, that you would tell somebody that's just on the edge, very, very good player in their club, is looking to make that leap to the next level? What would be your...
I have a theory, and I guess you become the top player in the club and your level doesn't go any higher because you're not losing. You're not thinking, why did I lose that? What shot was it that cost me? If you look at all the top professionals in the 80s, they mostly played in Barry Hearn's club against each other. Okay, so I think if you're the top player in the club, start travelling around and playing better players because you learn more. Maybe not learn, but you learn more from losing because you have to learn to lose before you can learn to win. Okay? So travel rounds more, playing better players. That was my I wouldn't say it's my biggest problem, but I got to kind of the best in our local area, but I didn't really...
Yeah, but it's true. Because, when you come from a small town where you're the top man, you're the big fish in the little pond, right? And it's not all of us, I couldn't afford to go. And back in those days, you never travelled miles and miles and miles to a tournament.
Well, I was lucky. I was sponsored. So I was kind of lucky. But then I didn't have... We're talking about your next one's going to be about mental ability. I didn't have it.
No, none of us knew what it even meant, did we?
No, mental ability wasn't. I mean, I wasn't in a great place at the time when I did go on the one year.
Let's keep it light, mate.
Yeah.
It's not. That's another video. That's how pool players end up if they don't make it to the top,
or they end up being coaches. No, I didn't have the mental ability. It's as simple as that, and I knew it straight away. And I said to my sponsors at the time, look, I'm just wasting your money and my time, and it's destroying me. That does get me frustrated. So, it's destroying me. So I gave up.
I did tell you to keep it light, didn't I?
Yeah.
That was the last thing I said to you.
Okay, cut.
So, listen, how can people get in contact with you? Obviously, you've got your sponsors, J Flowers, Q Armour, of course, as well.
They can get hold of me, jcdthecoach.com.
jcdthecoach.com. Thanks, John, for your time.
Very welcome.
Thanks also to my sponsors, J Flowers, Q Armour, and of course, Town Billiards. Thank you so much, John.
Sort your chicken wing out.
I'm going to call myself KFC from now on. Ta-da.